Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture series of aldehyde and ketones as well as carboxylic acids, right? So I'm covering this chapter for your school exams, right? We are not able to cover this in the regular class because in regular class different chapters are going on, right? So the heading is aldehyde and ketones. Aldehyde and ketones. Aldehyde and ketones. Okay, so first of all we will cover up aldehyde and ketones, and after that we will start with the carboxylic acids, right? So aldehyde and ketones. So in first topic of aldehyde and ketones, let me discuss about carbonyl group. Okay, so basically carbonyl group can be of two types. Okay, it has so many types, but right now I'm covering aldehyde and ketones. So carbonyl group can be of two types. That is, one is this COOH, and you guys know very well, we call this what? We call this aldehyde. Okay, and the second one is COO, this, right? Okay, both side, left hand side and right hand side, there is carbon chain, and we call this what? We call this ketone. We call this ketones, right? So in this particular chapters we are going to see that how to prepare aldehydes, how to prepare ketones, what are their chemical reactions, right? And what are their physical properties. So everything we are going to discuss in this particular chapter, right guys? Okay, so the first topic that is given in NCERT also, right? That is guys naming. First topic is naming, right? And if you will check the previous year papers of CBSE, right? So this lecture is CBSE focused. Okay, so if you will see the previous year paper of CBSE, then you will find that frequently naming questions are very routine question, right? Sometimes they ask the naming of aldehyde and ketone, sometimes they ask the naming of alcohol, sometimes they ask the naming of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So we have covered all the naming for haloalkanes, haloarenes and alcohol phenol ether, right? So we will also cover the naming for aldehyde and ketones. So in naming, first of all, we are going to discuss about common naming. Okay, so first of all, we are going to discuss about common naming, right? So what is common naming for us? So common naming, so I will start with the examples. So if I will write HCHO, right? So before IUPAC naming, okay, there was no set of rules to name a given compound, so that's why we gave them a common names, right? So if I write HCHO, one carbon aldehyde, so its name is guys formaldehyde. Its name is formaldehyde, right? And the common name of this compound CH3CHO, the common name of this compound is guys acetaldehyde. Common name is acetaldehyde. Similarly, we have this compound also CH3, CH2 and COOH. Okay, so its name is propione aldehyde. Okay, propione aldehyde. Understood? Similarly, we have this type of compound also. Okay, benzene, and we have CHO. So its common name, or even its IUPAC name is same. That is benzaldehyde. That is benzaldehyde, right guys? So these common names are important for us, right? They can ask you the formaldehyde reacts with this particular reagent, what is the product? So if you don't know what is the formula of formaldehyde, then you can't solve that question, right guys? Okay, so this is formaldehyde, this is acetaldehyde, this is propionaldehyde, and this is what? This is our benzaldehyde, right? And one more I would like to tell you, that is my fifth, that is guys CH3 CHBr, CH3CHBr, CH2 COOH. Okay, so it's IUPAC naming. If you want to name it IUPAC by IUPAC method, then it is a very simple question of IUPAC naming. But guys, its common name is very important for us, right? So its common name is basically, this is your functional group. Okay, so the carbon attached with functional group is known as alpha carbon. So this is your alpha carbon, and the next carbon is known as what? Next carbon is known as beta carbon, right? So what is the common name of this compound? The common name of this compound is beta bromo butyr aldehyde. Beta bromo butyr aldehyde. This is the common name of this compound. Okay, beta bromo butyr aldehyde. Right. So these are the common names of for aldehydes that are important for us to know. Okay, guys. So after this, let's discuss the common name of ketones also. Right. So we have ketones also. So I'm writing ketones names over here. Right. So everyone knows this common name of this compound, I think. Right. Nail polish remover. What is this? This is acetone. This is acetone, right? Then we have this particular compound. So this particular compound is, guys, acetophenone. This particular compound is known as what? Acetophenone. Then we have the next compound. This compound, right? This compound is benzophenone. Okay, what we call this compound? Benzophenone, right? And one more we have, that is COO, CH2 and CH3. Okay, this name for this is propionephenone. The name is propionephenone, right? So this much common name for aldehyde and ketone you must know, right? Suppose I'm asking you acetone reacting with dilute base, what will be the product? So if you will not know the formula of acetone, then you can't solve that question, right? That's why its common name is important for us, right? And they are very simple also. First, you just put them in your notes and then keep on going through it, and you will eventually learn them, right? This is not a big deal, right? So formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, propionaldehyde, beta bromo butyraldehyde, benzaldehyde, acetone, acetophenone, benzophenone and propionephenone. Understood? Okay, so this much common names are important for us. Clear? Done? Okay, after common naming, what we are going to study, after common naming, guys, we are going to study IUPAC naming, right? So next heading is IUPAC naming. Next is IUPAC. Next one is IUPAC naming, right? So IUPAC naming, the rules, so you know very well. What is the first rule? Select the longest carbon chain, right? And then do the numbering in such a way so that functional group will get the least number, right, guys? Okay, so this is how we do the IUPAC naming. So suppose if I'm asking you to do the IUPAC naming of this particular compound. So common name, so we know that common name of this compound is formaldehyde, right? But now I want IUPAC name. So I have to give number 1. There is only one carbon, right? Okay, so for one carbon, what is prefix? Meth. We use meth, right? Now this is ane, methane, because there is no double bond, triple bond, anything. Okay, there is only single bond. Methane, between carbon and carbon, right? So methane, and what is the suffix for aldehyde? It is al. So this is methanol, right? Similarly, second, if you want to do its IUPAC name, CH3CHO, right? So what will be the IUPAC name? So if you will number it 1 and number it 2, right? Why I am giving it number 1? Because function group should get the least number, right? So how many carbon atoms are there? There are 2 carbon atoms, ethane and carbon single bond. So ethane, and what is the suffix for aldehyde? It is al, right? So even this kind of naming you have seen in your 10th standard and even in your 11th standard IUPAC naming chapter, right? So this is ethanol, right? So similarly, if I will consider ketone like this. Okay, so common name is to acetone, right? But what will be the IUPAC name? So again, select the longest chain. This will be the longest chain, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so what will be the name? The name will be, there is no substituent, right? Only functional group is there, that is ketone. So how many carbon atom? There are 3 carbon atom. Propane, all carbon atom have single bond, C single bond C, propane, and at second position there is this keto group. And if you remember, for keto group the suffix that we use is on, right? So propane 2 on. Answer is propane 2 on. Okay, but make sure now you are not asking me this question that sir, why you are not writing E over here? Like when I wrote methanol, so sir it should be EAL, EAL, EAL. Why you dropping the E? So this is the rule. Whenever the functional group suffix name contain vowel, like this is vowel A, and this is O, it is vowel, then we will always drop E. So that's why I'm dropping the E here, right? So that's why the name is what? The name is propane 2-1. Understood? Okay. So more common name, more IUPAC naming we will see. Okay. So I'm writing some examples. So whatever the examples are given in NCERT, I'm writing those examples because in CBSE class I covered NCERT of organic, complete NCERT of organic in the lecture itself. Okay, so we have CS3, CH, Br, okay, CH, CH3, and we have CH2, C double CHO, right? So I'm writing the name and you think about them, and if you want to try, you can try also, right? So try and tell me their names, then I will help you later. Okay, the next compound is this. Then next compound is CS3, CH2, CH double bond, C, H, C double O, H. Next compound is this. Okay, then the next compound is, guys, we have C double O, CH2 and CH3. Next compound is this, right? Eighth one is CH3, CH2, C double O, CH2, C double OH. Next compound is this. Okay, so let's name them. Okay, I have few more examples, but first of all we will try to name them, right? So these kind of questions you can expect in your school exams or in your CBSE exams on basically IUPAC naming, right? So what is the first thing? So first, if you will see, so what is the first rule? First rule is we have to select the longest chain. We have to select the longest chain, right? So the longest chain is, guys, you know that the straight chain will be the longest chain. But now when you are doing the numbering, so you are doing the numbering in such a way so that this is your functional group, aldehyde. So this functional group should get the least number. So I will start from here, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Understood? Now check the substituent, that is at number 3 there is methyl, at number 4 there is bromo, right? So you know alphabetically we have to write the name. So methyl, who come first, bromo or methyl? B come first alphabetically. That's why the correct name will be 4-bromo, capital B. Okay, 4-bromo, 3-methyl. 4-bromo, 3-methyl. How many carbon atoms are there? There are 7 carbon atoms, right? Haptane, 4-bromo, 3-methyl, haptanal. Haptane, you can write 1 null, but whenever functional group is at first position, there is no need to specify the number. Even if you do, it's right, right? Haptanal. And I dropped D, you know why? Because the name of the functional group starts with a vowel, right? That's why. Okay, so this is the name of my fourth question. Now, this question is also very simple, not a problem, it's a cyclic compound, so what? Okay, so again I have to choose the longest chain. So whenever I'm choosing the longest chain, I'm keeping in my mind that my functional group should get the least number. So my functional group here is ketone, right? Can you see that? My functional group is here is ketone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Many students are like, sir, why are you not numbering like this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then some student is getting 4 number. It also should get the least number. You know, the least locant rule that we have to follow that, right? So what will be the answer here? Here the answer will be 3-methyl. Here the answer will be 3-methyl. Okay, cyclo. 3-methyl cyclo. Pantenone, 3-methyl cyclopantenone. Now why am I writing ONE? I hope you remember that for ketone we use on, right? And for aldehyde we use al. Understood? So this is the correct name of your fifth part, right? Now let's discuss the question number 6. So again select the longest chain. This is your functional group CHO. It should get the least number. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So if I want to write the name, then what will be the name, guys? This is pent, right? So first of all, there is no substituent, so this is pent. Now I will not write ane because there is carbon double bond carbon. So in order to show that whenever there is double bond, we write what? Ene, right? So what will be the answer? Pent. What is the position of double bond? 2, pent, 2, ene. Now I'm not writing E N E because again, because functional group has name started with vowel, so I have to drop E, right? So pentoenal, pentoenal. Understood? This is the answer of your sixth question. Okay. Now come to question number 7. So question number 7 I considered a good question. Okay, because many students will be confused here. So I will tell you like how to solve this question, right? So question number 7. Right. Now in question number 7, the problem is that you have two parts. One is cyclic part and one is open chain. One is cyclic and one is open chain. So the question is that from which chain you will consider as the principal chain. You know that in IUPAC naming you have to consider one chain as a principal chain, right? So which chain you will consider as a principal chain, right? So many students are like, sir, we have to do the benzene, right? Because it contains 6 carbons, so more carbons, so it should be principal chain. But guys, the rule is that yes, you are right, that we have to. But the rule is that if open chain contain functional group, if open chain contain what? Functional group, then no matter how many carbon atom closed chain has, we will always give preference to what? Open chain. So since open chain contain functional group, what functional group is this? Ketone, right? So then I will write ketone should get least number 1, 2, 3, right? So now the problem is, now you can't call this benzene. We call this C6H6 benzene, C6H6 benzene when it is a part of main chain. Now you are not using it as a main chain. It is what? It is a substituent now. It is acting as a substituent, right? So then we use special name for benzene, that is phenyl, right? So what will be the name? 1-phenyl. What will be the name, guys? 1-phenyl, and we have what? 1-phenyl and propane. 1-phenyl propanone. 1-phenyl propanone. Understood? Clear? Right? I'm not writing E again because again same rule that I told you, right? So this is a good question. So don't do this kind of mistake. So what I told, when there are closed chain and open chain contain functional group, then open chain will get the priority. Now suppose there is no COO, there is only CH2, CH2, CH3. Then in that case, we will give priority to the benzene. Then the name will be propyl benzene. Because in that case, I will number like this 1, 2, 3, 4. But now it contains functional group, so open chain will be considered as a main chain. Right, guys? Now what about question number 8? So see question number 8. So in question number 8, this is also a good question. I consider a good question, right? Because it required one more step further, right? So this contains two functional groups. One is aldehyde, you know very well, and this one is what? Ketone. This one is ketone. Now the thing is that how to do the naming right now, right? So whenever there are two functional group in a compound, then one functional group will act as a senior functional group, and one will act as a junior functional group. Okay, and the functional group which is acting as a senior, we use suffix for that, right? You know, alcohol has OH group has suffix. What is all? What is prefix? Hydroxy, right? Similarly for aldehyde, there is prefix and suffix. Okay, so I will tell you, prefix is formyl. We use formyl for it. And suffix, so everyone knows, suffix is what? Suffix is al. Suffix is al. Okay. Similarly for ketone, guys, what is prefix? Prefix is either you can use keto or you can use oxo. Both are acceptable, right? Keto or oxo. And suffix, though, everyone knows what is suffix, guys. Suffix is on. Okay, suffix is on, right? Okay, so now whenever there are two functional groups, two functional groups are present, so you have to decide which one is your senior functional group and which one is your junior functional group. The one which is senior, we will use suffix for it, and the one which is junior, we will use prefix for it, right? So guys, how we decide that? So if you remember, then in class 11, or I'm right now I'm telling you, if there is a table given by IUPAC, according to the priority. That is how we decide the priority. So maximum priority is for acid, right? So table is too long. Right now I'm just telling you like what is the priority order for aldehyde and ketones, right? So aldehyde get more priority over ketone. Okay, aldehyde get more priority. Aldehyde get more priority over ketone, right? So this is your priority order. Okay, so tell me, if aldehyde will get more priority, so what you will use for aldehyde? So you are like, sir, for aldehyde so we will use suffix. Yes, you are right, we will use suffix. And for ketones, sir, we will use what? We will use prefix. You are right, absolutely right. Understood? Clear? So these kind of questions can also confuse you. So keep in your mind, when two functional groups are present, then one will be senior and one will be junior. And the one that is senior we will use suffix, and the one that is junior we will use prefix, right? And how we decide the priority? For that we have to learn the IUPAC table, IUPAC table, priority table, right? But right now I'm telling you aldehyde is greater than ketone. Okay, so tell me here, numbering though. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This will be your numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So what will be the name here? So name here will be, guys, what? So 5 carbon are there, right? So this is a prefix. So prefix 3 oxo. Suppose I am using oxo, 3 oxo. How many carbon atom? 5. Pen. Okay, ane, because all carbon are single. Ane, al, pentanal. 3 oxo pentanal. Understood? Clear? Okay. So these two examples are important. These are very easy. And maximum student can give you the answer of this. But yes, if you will not have little bit idea about them, then they might trouble you. Okay. So this is your IUPAC naming. I have few more examples. We are going to discuss those examples also. Okay. So what are those examples? Let's discuss. Okay. So I have few more examples like this. Okay, so this one is so this is your question number 9. Okay, and this is your question number 10. And this is your question number 11. Okay, so this is your question number 9, this is your question number 10, and this is your question number 11. And they are very good questions. So we will see how to name them, right? So think about it. How will you name them? Okay, so first of all, okay, basically, do you know the name of this compound? Yes, I told you, this compound is known as what? Benzaldehyde. Okay, so sometime in IUPAC naming, we name the compound as a derivative of benzaldehyde. This NO2 you can derive from benzaldehyde. Okay, so what I will say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what can be the correct name? Correct name can be 4-nitro. 4-nitro benzaldehyde. 4-nitro benzaldehyde. Understood? So this is the correct name, 4-nitro benzaldehyde. Okay, 4-nitro benzaldehyde. Understood? Okay. So this is the correct name for 9th. Now come to the 10th question. 10th is very good question. Okay. So in 10th question, this is open chain and this is closed chain. This is open chain and this is closed chain, right? So guys, thing is you can't do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't do this. Either you have to select this as a main chain or this as a main chain. But you can't do the numbering like this, because then you are increasing your basically difficulties, right? So in this kind of compound, where CHO, where functional group is directly attached to the ring, where functional group is directly attached to the ring, and you can't include them in a main chain. You can't include it in a main chain, right? So basically, then we use special kind of naming. Okay, so if CHO is attached directly like this, then we use, the name is, let me tell you first, cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Okay, so this kind of name, cyclohexane carbaldehyde. When CHO cannot be taken as a main chain, then we use cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. We use special name carbaldehyde. Okay, understood? Okay, anyone is thinking of another name? Tell me. Okay, so this is the you have to keep in your mind, right? When CHO cannot be taken as a part of main chain and it is directly attached to the ring, then we will use this kind of naming, right? So let me tell you, even for this compound, you can use this name also. 4-nitro, both are correct, okay? But this name is also correct. 4-nitro benzene, because CHO is directly attached to the benzene ring. Okay, I am not using benzaldehyde, so I can use 4-nitro benzene carbaldehyde. 4-nitrobenzene carbaldehyde, and both are correct. So when functional group is directly attached to the ring, then we use special name like carbaldehyde. Okay. So question number 11 is also a very beautiful question and important one, right? So now you are like, okay, not a problem, so select the long chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then this CHO is asking you the question. Okay, what's wrong with me? Why you are not including me in a main chain? Why you are only including these two in a main chain? Okay, what's wrong with me? You are like, okay, not a problem. So we will do like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this CHO will ask you, what's wrong with me? Why you are not including me in a main chain? Right? Now suppose if there would be only two CHO, one CHO here, one CHO, then there is no problem. You are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both CHO are getting the equal treatment, right? But now there is another one CHO, okay, that is questioning you, why you are not including me. So whenever this thing will happen, so we are the very generous people, we respect everyone, right? So we will respect every CHO. So in order to respect every CHO, what we will say to the CHO, we will say to the CHO, don't worry, we are not including either of you in the main chain, we are only doing this 1, 2 and 3. Now by doing this way, every CHO is getting equal priority or equal respect, and that is what we have to do. That is what we have to do, right? So in some textbooks, so this is also written, when more than 2 carbon containing functional groups are present in a chain. When more than 2 carbon containing functional groups are present in the chain, then we will not include them. Then we will not include them in a main chain. Then we will not include them in a main chain, and special kind of name will be used for them, right? So what is the special name? Let's see now. What is the special name? So special name is guys 1, 2, 3, right? So we will use this name, propane 1, 2, 3 try carbaldehyde. Okay, propane 1, 2, 3 try carbaldehyde. Okay, so this kind of name we use, propane 1, 2, 3, propane 1, 2, 3 tricarbaldehyde, to give equal treatment, right guys? Okay, so these are the IUPAC questions, IUPAC naming questions that are given in NCERT also, right? So I basically picked every question from NCERT, and I'm explaining here because I told you in the beginning only that this lecture is basically CBSE focused lecture, so that everyone you can enjoy these lectures, right? Okay, done. So I think common naming is clear to us. What is common naming? What is formaldehyde? What is acetone? What is propione aldehyde? Right? What is benzaldehyde? What is benzophenone? What is acetophenone? Everything is clear to us. And this one is guys are IUPAC naming. So IUPAC naming, I told you these two basically this question number, put the star on these questions 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th, and just revise. Or otherwise, so all other kind of simple IUPAC naming questions you can solve, but these are little exclusive type of questions, so you have to revise them again and again so that you will not do any kind of mistakes. Understood? Done? So yes, so this topic, that is IUPAC naming and common naming, is over for us, right? So I will discuss few more questions, right? So whatever the questions they are present in text and example, I am going to discuss all the questions in my lecture series, right? But yes, exercise question, that will be your homework, right? And if I will find some exercise question important, I will discuss them also, right? So let's start with next question. What is next question? Okay, so next question is write the structure of following compound. Now name is given and they are asking you to write the structures. Okay, write the structure of write the structure of following compound. Write the structure of following compounds. Okay, now we want to write the structure of following compounds, right? So let's see what kind of structures are given for us. So first one is, so first of all I'm writing on the board and you have to tell me the answer. Alpha methoxy propion aldehyde. Alpha methoxy propion aldehyde, right? Second one is B part is 3-hydroxybutanol. 3-hydroxybutanol. Third, 2-hydroxy cyclopentane. 2-hydroxy cyclopentane carbaldehyde. Okay, 2-hydroxy cyclopentane carbaldehyde. Okay, fourth one is 4-oxopentanol. 4-oxopentanol. Fifth one is secondary butyl ketone. Secondary butyl ketone. And sixth one is 4-fluoroacetonol. 4-fluoroacetonol. Okay, so we have to name them. Okay, so I'm giving you certain time. So first of all you think about it and write the structures, and then I'm writing, and then you tell me then you check your answers. Giving you some time. Alpha methoxy, alkoxy. So you're like, okay, this is the name of something like ether. Okay, let's start. So whenever, let me tell you one tip. Whenever they ask me the structures, always starts from the end. So propion aldehyde, you're like, okay, this is the common name of propanol. CH and CHO. Okay, like CH2, CHO. Right? This is your propionaldehyde. Now alpha means this is your functional group. This carbon is alpha. So what this question is saying, that at alpha introduce methoxy group. At alpha introduce methoxy group. So the one who don't know, this kind of groups are known as alkoxy. This OR. This is your alkoxy. Right? If I will write OCH3, okay, then this will be methoxy. Even in alcohol and phenol, I told you this, methoxy. If I write OCH2CH3, ethoxy, so I need alpha methoxy. So okay, not a problem. At alpha, you put this group. Aage answer apna, right? So this is your alpha methoxy propion aldehyde. Alpha methoxy propion aldehyde. Understood, guys? Okay. Then we have 3-hydroxybutanol. So what is the tip? Tip is start from the end. So CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. This is your butanol, right? Now 3-hydroxy. So 1, 2, 3. So 3-hydroxy. So guys, hydroxy is a prefix for OH. So OH, right? Because suppose if I'm asking you to name a IUPAC, so there are two functions. One is alcohol and one is aldehyde. So let me tell you, aldehyde will be senior and alcohol will be junior. Because maximum priority for aldehyde, priority order is aldehyde. Then we have ketone, and then we have aldehyde ketone, and then we have alcohol. Right? So since there is aldehyde and ketone, aldehyde and alcohol, so that's why for alcohol we have to use hydroxy. For alcohol the prefix is hydroxy. So that's why 3-hydroxybutanol. Understood? Clear? So this is your third. This is your second, right? Now what is third? 2-hydroxycyclopentane carbaldehyde. So whenever I'm seeing the carbaldehyde, I'm like, okay, 2-cyclopentane ring. This is my cyclopentane ring. To this ring CHO is directly attached. That's why I am using carbaldehyde. So now with respect to it, at second position there is hydroxy. Understood? If I will ask you to name it, then how will you name it? You are like, okay, CHO is directly attached to the ring, so I have to use the special name. We will say 2-hydroxy cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So this is the answer of your third question. So this one is a good question, and even this one is a good question. Okay, so next one is 4-oxopentenyl. Start from the end. Pentenyl, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is CHO, pentenyl. Okay, modern representation. Make it easy. 1, 2, 3. At 4 we have oxo. Arey oxo to sir, ketone, prefix. Okay, done. 4-oxopentenyl. Done, guys. Okay. Now, okay, disecondary butyl ketone. Now we have a question, disecondary butyl ketone, right? So think about it. How will you do this? Disecondary butyl ketone. So first of all, though, I will write ketone. Okay, this will be ketone. Okay, I am agreeing. This will be my ketone. Now I need disecondary butyl. What is the meaning of secondary butyl group? Okay, this is your secondary butyl group. CH3, okay, CHB, Br, CH2, CH. If I will ask you the common name, then I can call it what? Secondary butyl group, because at the second carbon is basically substituted with some substituent. So this is secondary butyl. So like this. If this valence is free here, you can add any group. Then this group is known as what? Secondary butyl group, right? So it means this secondary carbon of like this will be attached to the ketone. Secondary carbon of secondary butyl will be attached to the ketone. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is your disecondary. Butyl ketone. Disecondary butyl ketone. Understood? So this one is also good. Okay, disecondary butyl group. So whenever like secondary butyl is used now, so it means the second carbon of butyl group you have to attach to that thing, like ketone here, right? Okay, so that's it. Now this is so easy. 4-fluoroacetophenone. What is acetophenone? Acetophenone is this. COOCH3. With respect to it, 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one will be 4th. Right? Okay. So these are your NCERT in-text questions I have covered up for you, right? And let me tell you, wherever I am marking the star question, those are important questions. You can do them again for your revision. So A part, C part, and E part. Right, guys? Done. So this is it. So the first topic of aldehyde and ketone. So the first topic of aldehyde and ketone is over. That is common naming and IUPAC naming. I hope you understood it well, right? So in next lecture, we will start with what? We will start with preparation. We will start with preparation of aldehyde and ketones. Okay, guys. So thank you very much, and please continue with the next lecture.